This article is about what President Obama is doing behind the scenes on the Israeli-Gaza conflict. This is from the Huffington Post, and this was actually about his trip over to Asia. And so while Obama was going over to Asia, this kind of went on during that. And this is from Cambodia. The Obama administration worked hard behind the scenes Monday to end almost a week of warfare between Israeli and Hamas, pressing America's Arab and European allies to convince the Palestinian militant groups to cease firing rockets from the Gaza Strip into the Jewish state. On a diplomatic tour of Asia, President Obama called the Egyptian President Mohamed Morsi and Israel's Prime Minister to discuss ways to halt the violence. Obama underscored that the onus was on Hamas to stop shooting rockets at Israel on a day when at least 95 were fired off, bringing the total to over 1,000 in the current round of fighting. At least 100 Palestinians and 3 Israelis have been killed this last week. Traveling with the president from Myanmar to Cambodia on Monday, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton spoke by telephone with the foreign ministers of France, Qatar, and Turkey. She also sought to advance efforts to de-escalate tensions in calls with the UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon and Egypt's prime minister who visited Gaza last week. None of the diplomacy has had a significant effect yet. Israel and Hamas say they are open to diplomatic mediation efforts being led by Egypt, but they are far apart in their demands, and they say they're prepared for further escalation. So pretty much both countries are saying we're not dying down anytime soon. The Israeli airstrike struck crowded areas in Gaza and killed a senior militant with a missile strike on a media center Monday, broadening its targets in an offensive meant to quell the Hamas. Yet rocket fire in Gaza by Hamas and other militant groups showed no signs of being snuffed out. Washington is limited to what it can do diplomatically. The Obama administration has firmly supported Israel's right to self-defense, saying only the U.S. allies should seek to avoid civilian casualties. And the U.S. can only hope to exert influence over Hamas by proxy because it considers a group a terrorist organization and doesn't allow contacts between its members and the American officials. For that reason, it is relying on countries such as Egypt, Turkey, and Qatar to deliver its message to the Gaza rulers. In his calls with Israel's Prime Minister and Morsi, Obama expressed regret for the deaths of both Israeli and Palestinian civilians, according to the White House.